Well, good morning. It is now 5:13 and we're kicking off your morning with some more gorgeous viewer photos. This is the fall foliage over Polk County. You can see those deep reds, a little bit of oranges starting to show up, and the leaves are really starting to cover the pathway and driveway as well. So we're going to continue to see views like this over the next couple of weeks, especially here in the valley as we're getting closer and closer to the peak season of fall foliage. Now, some of the higher elevations were already past peak, believe it or not, in places like the Blue Ridge Mountains, especially elevations over 4,000 feet into western North Carolina, North Georgia, in parts of southeast Tennessee. So that peak is starting to shift further and further into the valley and some of the lower elevations. And over the next couple of weeks, we're really going to start to see some of that color in places like Chattanooga, Dalton, Athens. And we're already starting to see a lot of that here in and around the city. So continue to send in those viewer photos. We'd love to feature you throughout the week. Now, here's a look at your temperatures. Again, it's another cold start. It feels a lot more like December than it does October. 34 now in Chattanooga, 42 in Atlanta, a little bit warmer, and 33 in Nashville. But this cold air, again, is surging all the way to the Gulf Coast, which makes this air mass so impressive. Parts of Florida even waking up to the 30s, believe it or not. So definitely some cold air out there. And locally, many areas now in the 20s. So Dayton 28, 27 in Athens, 27 in Blue Ridge, 27 down in Fort Payne. Still just a couple of ticks above freezing here in Chattanooga, but a hard freeze outside of the city, and there's a ton of frost out there this morning. So of course, if you're having that warm cup of coffee, temperatures are going to stay in the mid-30s. So you might want to double time coffee or hot chocolate or whatever it may be to keep you warm on this cold Thursday. So again, don't forget the jacket, don't forget the beanie, and of course you want the frost scraper, but also the sunglasses, because we are going to have plenty of sunshine on your Thursday. And as we kind of track it out, again, not a ton to talk about other than the cold over the next couple of days. But the good news, especially if you're not a fan of the cold weather, we're going to start to see some warmer temperatures sliding in here this weekend. So as we go into your Saturday, high pressure kind of slides off to the east. We start to have that flow coming in from the south, which will bring in more humidity, and it will also bring in those warmer temperatures. And there's going to be a fair amount of cloud cover this weekend as well. Now, I'm not expecting any rain Saturday or Sunday, so if you have any weekend plans, any fall activities, things are looking a-okay. And then Monday, things start to change a little bit. We're going to notice warmer temperatures. It's going to be in the mid to even upper 70s, and then we're going to be tracking out some rain. So there's going to be another cold front approaching throughout the day on Tuesday. So Tuesday morning for your morning commute, for now, I mean, this may change a little bit. It looks like we're going to stay dry, but by the afternoon, this front gets a little bit closer, and notice some of that heavier rain starts to shift over the Tennessee Valley. Now, this is a quickly moving system, so I'm not expecting any heavy rain, and for now it doesn't look like we're going to have those ingredients in place for any severe weather, but nonetheless it is something worth watching, and we could have a couple of rumbles of thunder. And then later into the day on Tuesday, we start to have that front kind of moving off to the east. Drier air filters in behind it, and any rain chances will start to dwindle pretty quickly as we move into late Tuesday and Wednesday. So for now, over the next 7 days, really the only day you need to be concerned with rain is going to be Tuesday, because after Tuesday, of course, that drier air starts to filter back in, and after really today, we're going to start that warming trend. So here's a look at your lows for tonight. 36, so it's still going to be pretty cold, but notice we start to warm up pretty nicely by the weekend, back into the mid to upper 70s. So that cold air is going to start to wither away surely but slowly. Going to be a great weekend. And then we'll be tracking out a little bit of rain. So overall, it is looking like a pretty nice weekend.
Clay, what is that, 3-4 weekends in a row?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like
that?
Really this year, the weekends have been kind of the bright spot, because, you know, I work every weekend and we just haven't had a whole lot of active.
Yeah, right.
We do have beautiful weekends. I work every weekend.
But just I don't mind it. You know, I love Local 3, and, you know, I love telling us the great forecast that we've had the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, making people's days. And hopefully you're enjoying some nice weather on your days off, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Clay, thank you.